Hello everyone and welcome to Friends Bartolome Reviews. For this video, we are going to dive into four of my recommended and underrated sci-fi dystopian films that you should watch. But before we start, kindly hit the like and subscribe button and I hope you enjoy the video as much as I have creating this. Science fiction films has always captured millions of watchers across the globe for telling unique human stories living through an imagined future scientific world, frequently portraying space or time travel and life on other planets. But for this video, I'm going to drive away from the space-based stories and we're going to focus on the list of dystopian films that portray reality and ones that didn't need to go out of our planet's gravity just to be told. The first on our list is going to be the 2011 film entitled In Time, featuring Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried portraying the lovebirds who battle their way to exist within time. The story is set in the future in the year 2169, and people were genetically engineered to live their life through actual time, in an era in advanced human technology where each person's existence relies on the clock ticking specifically directly on his arm, making time the ultimate thing that rules the world now, not the money. This has been one of my first few sci-fi films that I watched more than 5 times already, simply because the possibility of having the actual time becoming our lives in the far future and knowing how to use it wisely even just now is just brilliant storytelling for me. It's an engaging story that lets you rethink of your own time and how we normally take it for granted. And it also didn't touch on any spiritual belief, making the film just focus on how precious time can really be because it is our life. IMDb rates the film 6 out of 10. I rate it 9 out of 10, and you can watch it on Netflix. Second on our list is the 2017 Netflix original film titled What Happened to Monday. It's a film that tackles the threatening high population of Earth in the year 2073, which caused the planet's natural resources go desolate. The current government materializes a one child policy act, which requires every human to give birth only to a single child, and the siblings are going to be put in some sort of a cryosleep technology only to be awakened in the future. Rumina placed the septuplet siblings named after each day in the week, Monday to Sunday, all living their deceased mother's identity, Karen Setman, outside their home from childhood. This is a film that dives deep into the reality of overpopulation and the need for individuality. I love how the film shows how overpopulation is really threatening our existence and what are the possible things we have to go through and the sacrifices we need to make to solve the problem. What Happened to Monday bears a thrilling and interesting dystopian plotline that has provoked people's beliefs in reproducing and questions, addressing questions on what we are able to do should this issue arises once again further in the future. This movie is also rated 6 out of 10 by IMDb. Mine is going still be 9 and it's also available again. It's a Netflix original, so you should watch it. Third on our list is going to be 2006 film Children of Men, which somehow contradicts the story issue of What Happened to Monday. This is a film that discusses a futuristic world in 2027 where an unknown illness caused by a pandemic disabled a human's ability to reproduce. Clive Owen plays Theo, a hopeless former activist who was given the responsibility to save and transport the last pregnant woman in the world to a safe refuge before war across nations takes humanity in its last few years on Earth. Children of Men was showcased in a gritty thrilling and depressing perspective, but brilliantly managed to highlight what hope and faith in a form of life itself can create in the face of overwhelming futility and despair. When I first watched it, it took me a few days before I can get it out of my movie headspace, simply because you will still be moved by how the film accurately depicted what war, infertility, and the lack of humanity look like in mind blowing sequences and camera motions that would make you feel like you're there with the characters. And also because we can see some of this issue happening right now. Children of Men is available for streaming on Vudu and Amazon Prime. Fourth and last on our list is going to be Michael Bay's 2005 film titled The Island. The Island features Ewan McGregor and the beautiful Scarlett Johansson. The story of the film is set in the futuristic year 2019, back in its release in 2005, where Sean Benn's character, Dr. Merrick, led a secret organization underground with an advanced technology that produces human clones with the goal to supply rich people's needs to extend their lives by extracting organs from the clones and also to treat human common to rare diseases. The film goes with fast paced, action filled scenes following the journey of both McGregor and Johansson character and finding out the truth about their existence as clones and exposing the organization's dark secret on imposing fake human contamination on clones and killing them in a form of lottery selection to go to the island, the last pathogen free place on Earth. The film came across as an intriguing and scary view on science, ethic, and life, and received mixed reviews on such aspects when it was released. I felt that this is also something that may be happening already, but the thought that really brought me into this is the idea of creating life but also ending it just to extend one is a kind of ridiculous yet interesting way of treating science and life into a film, which can manifest what we can be given the more the chance with the technology and what we can do more with this than what we used to do. I watched this a couple of times after the first time because of the mentioned reasons, and it is also available for streaming on Netflix. These science fiction films identify possibilities, and possibilities give rooms for things that we can be living with in the future. Alright, I hope this would you would take note of the films and try to watch them in your free time and see them for yourself, and hopefully either one of these may land a spot on your top list of science fiction films that hit close to reality. Thank you all for watching the video, and this has been Franz Berlume, and I'll talk to you guys on our next video.